with Stefan and the perfect peach melba.
Well, hopefully it'll be that.
One hopes,
yeah. 1892/93, I reckon it was invented.
1892 and a half.
It could, yeah, possibly, yeah.
By whom?
By Auguste Escoffier, one of the most famous chefs in the world, and he was chef at the Savoy in London at that time. But what she didn't like was too much ice cream, because it was bad for her vocal cords. So she didn't mind it as part of the dish. That's why he created this dish.
So she was in London singing?
Must have been, I suppose. Or he might have been over there cooking for somebody else. You just don't know, really.
Well, they might have been on a cruise together.
They might have just been down in Slough somewhere.
But anyway, he said, I'll make you a pudding that you'll like.
Using two of the most important ingredients, peaches and raspberry sauce. Look at that. And it's a very, like all good cooking, it's a very, very simple pudding, but I absolutely love it and it's delicious.
And Stefan, is it a famous pud in Australia?
Very. That along with pavlova, which we were talking about before.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
Now, in the papers recently, there's a big debate whether Australia laid claim to being the pavlova its most famous dish, yes, or New Zealand. So I don't really know, actually. We've got a New Zealand man here who can perhaps...
Do you honestly think I'm going to get involved in this?
I just thought it's a general discussion for
No.
Surely the Ruskies own it.
Well, I'd have thought so, because it's after the dancer, isn't it?
Well, you see...
Pavlova.
Yeah, we see.
Well, why don't we diplomatically, just for the moment, hand it
I think
to the Russians until the emails come flooding
Let's
in.
be thrilled that we are of global inclination towards all food.
It is a great pudding.
Not another Cold War over pavlova.
No,
absolutely.
No.
Anyway, my twist on this is to make a biscuit here. Well, we call this a tuile biscuit, or we call it tulip paste. And it's a really nice, crunchy biscuit, but it has a little twist to it. Stefan, you're going to give me a hand here. Okay. So if you can put the egg whites into there.
Egg whites.
Lovely. And you've got ice and sugar. Lovely. Okay.
Nice.
Your nice clean soup.
Add the
flour in as well.
Okay, I'm going to mix this up first.
See, how long did you train as a chef for?
5 years.
5 years?
Can you tell?
Yes, look at the way you're moving the bowl and whisking in.
I'm very, very impressed.
At what age? What age when you started?
I was 16 when I started, but you see, in those days, and that's only a 3-year course now, or 3-year apprenticeship plus 2 years of college involved while you're doing the apprenticeship. And but in those days it was a 4-year apprenticeship, and they took my first year away from me because I moved around too much.
Oh, really?
And I said, hang on a second, this is creative business. I'm trying to learn as much as I can. Yeah. You can only move once.
Oh, really?
So I thought that was a bit dopey, actually.
Nice. Now, gently, you add 70 grams of melted butter, and you mix that to a paste like that one there.
Oh, here's one I made earlier.
Now, this is the secret here. You can't really use this mixture straight away. You need to chill it for about half an hour so the butter sets. All will be revealed. Now, that's perfect, young man. I'll use that a bit later on. Yeah, see, look.
That is good. He's done a good job there.
There you go.
Now, don't worry about that.
Oh, no, it's broken.
Don't worry about
one.
that. Now, this is a little trick here. If you use the inside of a tray, it's quite difficult unless you have a step palette knife to get it nice and level. So I use the outside of the non-stick tray. And what you do is you get a large blob of the mixture. You can see how it's actually set now. And just work the whole thing around it. You'll probably find it easier to get that mixture to there, turn the tray around, and then just finish the whole thing off. Now, the bigger, the better, like so. This is the secret to the dish. You put it into an oven about 180-200, and you just cook them until they set like that. So there's no colour or very little colour on the edge, but the inside is cooked. Take them out, let them cool for about 15 minutes, put them back in the oven, and they will end up perfectly coloured like this one here. If you don't cook them twice, the outsides will go brown or generally black, and the inside is uncooked, and you won't get a crisp biscuit. Then when they come out, which you'll see on the recap a bit later, you put them over a jug or a ramekin or something to get a nice shape.
So they're not set when they come out, they're still bendy?
No, bendy, but they are quite hot, so be careful. Lift them out, lay them on top, clean tea towel over the top, and just hold them for about 15 seconds, and they will stay that shape.
Brilliant.
Now, the good thing about these also is you can stack them up, put them in on a tray, and they don't go soggy. They keep fine.
For how long?
They only go soggy if you put them in a container and seal it.
Yeah.
If you leave them out, they'll be absolutely fine. They'll keep for ages, keep for a couple of days. No problem at all.
Snaps.
Like brandy snaps.
Bingo.
So you're a chef, aren't you? There you go. Right, over here. Now, Stefan, over here, obviously, though, apart from the peach being the main dish, the raspberry sauce is very important here. If you put the razzos into there for me. Raspberry sauce, I prefer to use frozen fruit. I do with black currants. Half of that sugar, Stefan.
Half of it, did you say?
And a little bit of lemon. Squeeze that in there. What happens when you freeze fruit, the cells break down and they release their beautiful colour and flavour. So I always freeze my fruit, especially black currants, if you're going to make a fresh black currant sauce. You can whiz that for me, Stefan, top man. And then what you do, whiz it up, and then pass it through a fine sieve. Black currants work well, fruits of the forest, frozen mangoes fabulous as well. No, I'm very impressed, Stefan. You should have carried on cooking.
Do you think so?
You'd have been all right. See, you were very quick as well. It was even better.
He's done all right as an actor.
Yeah, you're probably right. Actually. Yeah, you probably make actually more money out of it. Yeah. Now, here come to assembling the dish. So, well, I'm going to use a little bit of biscuit there. Look at that. OK. So then, what you need to do, that's perfect. I'll actually use your, Stefan, in a second. Here we've got some vanilla ice cream, which we've already got ready. So you put 2 pieces of vanilla into there, which I love. Oh, here we go, onto there.
How much of this do you need?
Now, that's perfect, thank you.
Beautiful.
Pop that onto there, Stefan. Now, the peaches. I'm using tin peaches here. There's a very famous chef in the 80s. Used tin peaches for a fresh peach souffle and charged 16 quid. And I know for a fact there were tin peaches, and he's still around. But I love tinned peaches. They are delicious. And I think this time of year they're perfect. These are cling peaches, which are slightly smaller, in syrup. Now, if you want to make your own peaches and some, that's great, poach them. But what you need to do is get your sugar and water together, bring it to the boil, drop your fresh peaches in, cover them, turn it off, cover them with a piece of foil or a plate, and leave them to cool, and the skins will come off perfectly when they're cool. At the moment, we haven't got those. Let's go to a quick recap, and we'll come out and finish the dish. As much sauce as you like.
Now, I was just going to say, a little bit of that.
Look at that, and that beautiful colour comes from the raspberries. Stefan, one for you?
How about a wee bit more of
that? You're the guest.
Well done.
There you go, folks.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
And the name of this chef was Escoffier.
Auguste Escoffier.
Do you think that's where the name Scoff comes from? You know, we're having a good
Scoffing your
scoff.
food, yeah.
It could be.
It
could be. Yeah, absolutely.
I remember Escoffier.
Probably one of the most famous chefs in the world.
And he had nothing to do with the Pelleprat, did he?
I'm not
What?
quite
The
sure.
Pelleprat,
Actually.
the cookbook.
I think they did quote him a lot.
It's very difficult to get into this, Mr. Phil.
I know.
That's very lovely,
That's
Phil.
good, it's nice.
Thank you,
Nice
Stefan. Thank you
fresh
very much indeed.
produce.
See you on Saturday for the Soap Awards. As I said, recorded
betcha.
on Saturday, goes out on...
Thank you very much.
Wednesday.
Thanks,
Thank
Stefan.
you very much indeed. Terrific.
Still to come.